That's the Zoe motto, and that's going to work here pretty well. Has only put one game onto it, but it's going to work. Orianna going to be the answer here. I feel like people typically say that feels good for Zoe, but Orianna going to be on another team fight. Mage ties Azir for the most pick of the split. 100 Thieves have a fairly standard team fight comp. The one thing they're missing is a pure tank. Yes, someday can lock people down, then burn zones if he has to. Contracts can get in and out, take a little bit of damage, but they are missing a pure frontliner. On the other side, this is actually cute, this flex here. Of course, Set can play support, and Karma can be a more comfortable top lane matchup into the Kennen.
Yeah, it definitely does better for that matchup. And the Set is a whole nother champion simply because of the existence of Hex Flash. If not for the existence of that rune, then we would not see him picked in that role at all, because so much of it comes from having your Nimbus Cloak speed after your Hex Flash and going for those constant threat of engages out of the brush, jumping over walls and using your Q speed on top of it. And that really opens up more doors for him. I definitely like it, especially towards Bard Ashe. You can really threaten for those all-ins.
So Karma top comes through for Hanser being champion, unique champion number 10 across his games so far. That's going to be exciting to watch how that continues to unfold, but I like it. I think it looks really good. We'll see how well he can do with his champ overall, and it adds some interesting texture. It does mean that Set is their only hard engage on the lineup. Zoe can do a little bit with the poke, but it's often hard to make that completely work, kind of 1v5 when there is counterpunch available to the other squad, right? Lee Sin can lay in the queue when you go over, and then follow you and go for a kick flash. That's difficult, but possible, and something to watch for here as we are onto the Rift for our last game of the weekend. Golden Guardians only one game above 100 Thieves right now. If they win, they're up a solid 2 games with the 2-0 head-to-head, making it very easy to stay in the upper bracket part of the playoffs. 100 Thieves invade in, and he's going to be slowed. Boom, going to lose some health, has to get away with the journey, and a stun for Huhi, but he only catches Ashe. Boom will still get the flash, and are you kidding me? Can no one go over the wall? Closer shows up for it. Please land the skill shot. You're killing me. You're not killing Boom. Finally grabs first blood.
Yeah, I mean, Huhi flashed to try and get the stun there, but didn't quite have the exact angle, so didn't get them. And they end up having to burn more summoners. They still get the kill though, Freak. So still rewarded. Money onto Closer, onto the Olaf at the cost of the flash from Olaf. There's no way that you can really punish Olaf early though, just as Lee Sin, especially with a first blood. So every time you're very happy to trade your flash like that. Olaf can just fight his way out of any sort of situation that's not a 1v2.
All right, well, red buff start on the one side. Hanser going to leash, and he only has about 2 seconds for this, by the way. It's like Q and leave is pretty much how that camp's going to go. Early
Olaf don't need no leash.
It is technically one. It is a very short leash. It is the TSM jungle of leashes here. As boom.
We're going to take another look at another face check. Funny that you mentioned TSM, because that was kind of the face check that Steve did. But they jumped right on. You saw that flash from Huhi, just a little bit off. Didn't get Poom on the other side to bring in for the stun. That's why they're flashing over. That axe does miss. So Closer waits till he sees that he misses the axe, then has to commit the flash, and finally gets the third one.
If Poom had sidestepped that last axe by going 90 degrees north and just guessing correctly, he might have lived. Like, they was so close to not getting that kill. Yeah, you can consider it a misplay for Poom to face check that one and then have to, magical journey away, but also means no lane pressure, by the way.
And no health packs.
One spell.
Exactly. And you don't get to even give the health packs to your mid laner like we've been seeing a lot of the Bard's been doing. Huhi, though, immediately able to fish around. And they do see even that ward placed, so early trinket will be known. You have an option for lane ganking. You can slip in there. No extra side brush wards.
Obviously, that's really important when you consider the fact that a flashless Bard is a really easy gank target, and that means that Huhi playing that brush for Hex Flash or Closer showing up for a gank from that side of the map would be really, really deadly. So clearing through onto the Krugs at 305, obviously with the extra longsword, increases the spell damage, increases the auto attack damage. Plenty of fast clearing there. Currently up to Camps over contracts, who's going for top Scuttle. We'll see as that plays out. They probably just trade Scuttle for Scuttle.
Yeah, Lee Sin not going to be able to keep up with Olaf in the pure clear either. So maybe looks for a top lane play, tries to blow a flash from Hanser or something like that. Hanser, though, immediately walks down to check Scuttle Crab. as Closer alerts him, hey, I'm trading these. Top side is already taken by contracts. So now Hanser can play a little bit safer in the Kennen matchup. I believe Someday's got the minion wave in a very nice spot, though. He might even be denying a decent amount. Karma trying to throw out Qs to just CS.
As the recalls come through, double longsword plus blue smite. Closer is very powerful in the jungle. Hanser doesn't play a fair bit up, but Someday will have a hard time landing crowd control on the Karma, as you can play pretty far away. Doesn't have to walk up to get last hits. Some nice hot cocoa in the back line. It's going to be Huhi finding a stun, finding decent damage on a Poom. Big punch comes through as well. A double stun, though, is painful. The root's in place. Poom will stay alive. The Q is going to land on minions, so FBI cannot get any more follow-through. And goes and eats some nice hot chocolate. It's going to feel good again.
Yeah, pretty good heal on the exit side there for himself. Someday just CSing away here versus Hanser with a small advantage for Hanser. But since the minion wave is on Someday's side, it's going to start to build up a little bit here. Their reinforcements arrive quicker. No harm, no foul. Pretty good defensive ward here for Hanser. And Karma's fairly slippery, hard to gank unless Someday can get close enough, land one of those Qs so you can flash in with your E, try and get their mini stun to set up ganks.
Stun's gonna land, big damage on Cody's Sun, but here comes Magical Journey. Suddenly it's a 3 versus 2. Good luck getting away. TP's coming in on both sides as top lane to show up. What's this fight gonna look like now? Stun's gonna land on a 1. Hanser and Demonte are both there on the same teleport. Poke lands big damage on a Poom, puts him at 200 HP. They're gonna walk away with the turret alive, but now if there's ever a time to go for Drake, it's now. Your entire squad's right here.
Yeah, so there's two choices here. Golden Guardians need to do the Dragon because they committed all resources. 100 Thieves need to have a rotation to send somebody up to get the top wave. So you can already see on the mini-map, Ryoma pushes mid-wave, then heads up top wave to try and push that too. You can try and stay one rotation ahead of your opponents, and they'll just have, upon reset, Someday take over the mid-wave. This is just more efficient use of your solo laners since both of them were able to transition, and they can still pick up the extra minion waves. In exchange, though, Golden Guardians happy to pay for that Dragon with the gold of these minion waves. You're going to lose like 1 melee. The cannon minion wave is going to soak the rest of them, and Hanser's already here.
Yeah, that's the downside, is technically the wave he inherited had a cannon, so the push was slow, and it meant it was pretty easy for Hanser to show up in time without losing too much gold. He's comfy, level 6 is there, no problems on that side. Someday is actually the one who's a little bit hurting here, as he's going to sit in mid lane for a while. We're seeing Ryoma walk down to that lane, so Someday will head back top, but for now he's going to bleed a little bit of farm as the wave is slowly dying. Contract level 5, tied with Olaf here, close in camp count. And Someday will eventually walk over to his lane to get the rest of the gold. Demonte has to fight a smite, won't get that one, but Closer, oh, it's going to be almost a stun. With the bubble, it means there's nothing to be had. Closer shows up, but level deficit means that's going to be difficult. Someday can't get much more done. They have to go to the regular lanes.
Yeah, nice defensive sleep there from Demonte. No extra minions lost from Someday, though, because it takes Karma a little bit while to build that one back up, and he arrives back top lane just at the arrival of those minions. So even though that teleport bottom was very painful and detrimental to Someday, pretty low on CS as we go, at least he's able to get back for the second wave on the bounce back.
All right, well, Spellbook, of course, here for the Karma. Same for the Cannon as they switch out of their teleports and go for Ignite. They took their first big play, and now it's time to play for the 1v1s here as the first piece is coming through. Chalice obviously feels really good on an AP matchup, which Kennen is. That's going to feel super comfortable. Demonte, sorry, we're under too much risk. Ryoma might steal. Closer says, that's my blue buff. Sorry, bud. That's just the way it goes. Lee Sin near the top side. Hanser is going to be under attack. Here comes the play. Puts down the tether. Going to be stunned up. Lee Sin is here. No way out. Ulti not required for contracts. Kill picked up.
Just at the edge of that slicing Maelstrom, they catch him with the stun. 2 versus 1. Closer went in. Bottom side is trading currently, though.
No health bars. Closer has to be a little bit respectful. He takes a fair bit of damage, down to 500 HP. Should survive under turret. No Ignite, no Flash, no ult. He can soak the wave. That's going to be Hanser losing a full wave or two to the turret. Has nothing else to do but let Someday catch up.
And just, we've been talking so much about how aggressive, 100 Thieves look when they switched in Contracts and Poom, and how much Contracts has the highest counter jungle percentage of junglers in the LCS. On top of that, pre-15 minutes, so between 3 and 15 minutes, Someday has the highest forward percentage, which means his time spent in the first 15 minutes across the halfway point of the map of any player in the LCS. It's it's almost 50%. He is at 47% for himself for how aggressive he does play. Contracts goes in, gets the kick.
Ward hop kick, exhaust not going to land on Ryoma, so not enough follow through as they get away, but still big damage done. That is only a ward hop, not a flash burn for Contracts, so summoner advantage as Damonte is now in a rough spot in mid lane, running out of health.
All right, goes for the red invade afterwards. Should be able to get it up in time. He's on the way.
Gonna find him. There's a Bard nearby. Stun's gonna land. Dunks him right back into the team. Closer is here to grab that kill and a red buff to boot. Now it's time for him to get away. He's gonna do so, but Closer and he combo in for an easy kill in their own jungle.
They close the trap. Yeah, you've been playing on the enemy side of the map a lot, 100 Thieves, but they get their hands caught in the Brambleback jar there. Can't quite finish it in time. The red buff was very low, but he stalls them long enough for Closer to arrive. They get the kill. This is a Rift Herald already on Closer as well, so they can try and push in. He's got so many options to try and get some turret plates. The one thing you got to watch out for, always, and we've been trained so heavily now with Bard being a constant pick, but you have to track the enemy support whenever you're the one with the Rift Herald. Use it away from the Bard, or else it make you look foolish with the ultimate, denying the Rift Herald charge and denying your sweet cash.
And definitely right now. So it's going to be recalls instead. Not boots yet. Has enough money to go for the Phage instead. Gets the Warrior upgrade, of course, as well. But he is a little slow to walk across the map without those items. That's going to take him some time. He went Inspiration Secondary for the free boots. Obviously, he can't buy them yet, but they'll be coming in pretty soon. In about, I think, 15 seconds if I have my timing right. Regardless, he's back on the map, killing some chickens, and I want to see what the rest of this game looks like. 1,000 gold lead, plus first Herald yet to cash in, plus first Drake is all the Golden Guardian side. A second Drake is alive, and there's the free boots in for Olaf.
And they do have Scuttle Crab as well, giving the guaranteed vision, so they should be able to wait this one out. The teleports for both top laners are synced up because of the bottom lane play.
Oh, he's going to mute it all on accident. Shockwave's not going to land easy. You've got to be kidding. They thought he juked it. Damonte was slow, and it meant that they don't land the skill shots anyway. And there's Herald.
Oh my goodness, Freak.
You're kidding.
Everything whiffs. A thumbs up from Damonte. Nice ults, guys. Nice camp. That also means the Bard ult was used, so the towers are open for business. They use the Rift Herald bottom side, get some extra cash even over at FBI. He was in range. They get the Dragon in the aftermath. They just threw all their cards at Damonte, and he just stood there.
I don't hate it, because if he timed it right, those ults were perfect. But he was a little slow. The cast animation took too long.
Wait, so you're saying
was untargetable. Ryoma, that one is a bit off. Ryoma, you saw it. You could have done the Shockwave more reactively. Everyone else, I don't hate it.
Okay. Anyways, swing and a miss is very punishable, right? And I love that we get to see the pendulum of League of Legends pressure. You can't just throw out stuff like that with long cooldowns without a big punish. And while we're laughing, Golden Guardians get to collect so much off of that. Extra gold, as well as the Dragon number 2, 12 minutes into the game at a pretty good pace for themselves.
Yeah, looking pretty solid right now. The 100 Thieves early game has been shut down pretty well, and Damonte is ready to move around the map pretty soon. He has been pushed in. It is Ryoma with a lead in the lane right now. Huhi, very active around the map, has his Swifties ready to roam. Poom got his Mobies ready to roam as well. Those guys have involved themselves in a little bit in these fights. And we'll see what's next pretty soon as Drakes are stacking. Cloud Soul is the objective eventually. That's going to be next Drake in 4 minutes, as well as a new Herald before too terribly long. Blue easily to Damonte, back to the lane.
Yeah, Damonte super happy with the way that this one's going. Has the extra safety, even though doesn't have access to the flash right now, because switching over, he was able to pick up barrier, I think I saw there with the W. So even if they keep throwing stuff at him, can deny a decent amount of the damage. Closer can even chase 2 members out of his own jungle to go farm it up. Whenever you see that invade, though, you got to know there's wards left behind in your jungle. So they should know they need to do some cleaning on the other side of it.
All right, Poom safe on that one. Easy magical journey gets him out of range. Not almost ever worth chasing that one, except it's level 1. But there's nothing else they can do to you. But otherwise, could have been dangerous. So no follow through. We know bot lane is getting fairly low, and that means this squad can show up and try to knock this one down. Huhi waiting to cash in with his early relic shield, and Come on, FBI. Let him get the 21 gold, all right? He's trying to earn you some money. Just let him do it.
Yeah, always want to share it there. Make him feel appreciated. Who he's patrolling. He's got that bush control on the bottom side, threatening for his Hex flash. Actually, it's a real flash right now. Still has it up, so could be a quick reaction. I believe they do know that who he put this ward in the side brush, so that's why they're not having Contracts move up right now. He's hiding, waiting for the Golden Guardians to make the move. Nope, they had no idea.
Here is the squad. They're going to land that stun. This could be all the damage they need. He has to flash early in case there is the Lee Sin shenanigan. So out he goes. Flash down, back to Hex Flash. Who he's going to be back on that one. Wave going to be cleared away, and I'm just kind of like waiting for Hui to earn some gold because getting some items is going to feel good.
Yeah, definitely the case. And if we start to look at it from 100 Thieves' perspective, game getting really difficult as they're trying to find these opportunities. Ash Arrow is available, so maybe on the next one you can have better timings with your Bard and Ash Ultimate, but those are the things they're trying to fish for, because on the top side it's a Karma with Flash Exhaust, very difficult to make anything happen on Hanser, and ideally you want to save Sunday's Summoner spells for the team fight anyway, because they'll be so much more impactful in the team fight. And finding that flank, and it might just have to be another minute of waiting, and then we get our dragon set up for that dragon play where 100 Thieves is going to try and crack Golden Guardians stranglehold on the objective.
All right, well, that's coming up pretty soon, of course. Minute and 10 seconds. That's the part we really care about when that all comes in. Hanser has very easy wave clear here, right? Stacks up the rings, gets the Athenes, goes towards the next piece of ability power. But not too hard to knock down these minions with a max Q. Mid-fight, decent damage there. Ignite comes through, can't land the skill shots though. Realm actually trades back pretty well, shielding most of the Ignite damage. As they're once again trading back and forth in mid. Poom helps shove it down. Obviously keeps his stack going as well with going Relic Shield. Very much expected in this kind of a matchup. And it's going to be Herald first. They've got enough time to knock this one down. Closer level 10 to Contracts level 9. But you can see a 38 CSD at 15. That is a lot of extra farm right there on the Olaf. He's got to be really close to level 11. Would love to have it in time for the Drake fight. That's going to be a bit tough, though. Knocking down a turret won't be too bad, but Cody Sun gets some time in the bot lane. Down about 25 CS. Ardent Sensor done for Hanser in time for this Drake fight. And this is going to be the first big battle we're looking for. Both teams going to be ready for this one, 5-on-5. Kennen right now in the top lane, but someday will obviously move down to join if he can.
Yeah, and look at the minimap. There are good flank wards for him. They have wards on the red buff. He could teleport in there.
Wanted to get in, can't find it just yet. Shielded up though, ready to move forwards. As the first turret will go down, as Cody Sun was unanswered on the bottom side of the map. Sleepy Bubble will not hit Contract. Still fighting over the mid lane right now. Demonte can't find the poke. 100 Thieves back to the mid lane. Shove that one down. Again, they know the Herald charge. That might force the Bard ulti, but Poom probably wants to save it because there could be a team fight happening. But with two players still in mid and Hanser, Someday not showing TP topside. Okay, they did Tempered Fate, which means Bard ult not up for this one. This should be an easy Drake take, and it will be. Now is there a team fight? As Contracts has 50 health, Hex Flash over the wall, who he wants in. It could just be a dunk on a Cody Sun. Is there a play to be had? Yes, he might almost get Contracts. Finds the slow, pulls him back in, who he gets the kill. And now it's time for a re-engage. A portal over the wall, Poom wants to be safe. Ryoma is low, Demonte low as well. The one for nothing. Bottom turret has fallen, but Golden Guardians will trade that one back.
The Golden Guardians, freak, absolutely steamroll now. That is 3 Dragons, giant gold lead for themselves. They did get the Bard out, ultimate out early with the Rift Herald, and then chasing down Contracts on the other side of the screen. As we were watching that side, it's just Demonte chasing him down, chunks him completely out of the fight. They set up their tower dive. And now we're continuing. Sunday's ultimate expended as FBI just kind of fenced him off, doesn't let him go for the all-in on Hanser.
Yeah, Someday going for a fairly typical flat pen early build, but Athenes has MR on it. So honestly, it's a pretty durable top laner over there, even has the shield power to make sure that his self-shielding is good enough. Closer fighting again for the top side of the map. Thank you for the stun. This makes the scuttle even easier. And he's going to knock that one down. 20 health left, but now there's a fight against a Hui again, but he's very tanky on this man. Has shield if he needs it. When's the shockwave coming down? He's got to be careful. Q's going to land again, puts in the punch. Shockwave comes in. Good shutdown kill coming through for Ryoma. The re-engage is going to look pretty good. The shield and the heal comes in. A drowsy Ashe could be a target, but there's not enough damage to be had as the defense is there. And 100 Thieves get an unanswered kill on the top side.
And not only that, they've got Someday split pushing on the bottom side, so Kennen's going to get some work done on the secondary turret down there. Here's another look at how Contracts got chased down by Demonte, though. He R's over the wall to land the sleep. And even though the Ignite is on him, oh my goodness, still in place for that key to land. So Damonte just completely bullying Contracts away from the Dragon as his team takes it. And then he gets to finish the job. Great, there's a living Lee Sin here to stun up the extra kill onto Cody's Son for the other side. And it is a wrap for Golden Guardians.
Now, nicely picked up there. We saw the opportunity for Damonte to flash over the wall to follow, but he chose to go back towards the mid as well and kept the backside of the fight alive. So kudos to him. 2,000 gold lead and soul point. And that is burst damage. Cody's Son will burn to his death. Who maybe could have never faded him, but now there's a fight from Contracts' side. Damonte cannot flash away. Kick is available. They slow him down. They want to set it up with the Q. They will do so. Contracts grabs that one and will walk away. Closer can't find the slow. Is there a re-engage? Is there vengeance? Looks like there is not going to be so. And that is a 1-for-1. A good answer by 100 Thieves.
Yeah, 100 Thieves do get the kill back. Vengeance for Cody's Son, dying there for 80 carries all around, getting 100%ed by Zoe. They do get him one back, but in the end, it is still Golden Guardians that push out the side waves. Haunter down there on the bottom side on Karma, working diligently away, does get it up, and there's no other objective for them to take on the other side of it. So it's mostly just, don't worry, Cody's Son, we got him for you.
Feels good. He might have gotten the assist, actually, because the arrow and the CC would have lasted long enough that maybe he got some credit there. So that could feel good. You got, 70 gold out of that, but now mid is under fire. He is here, finds the dunk. This is a ton of damage. A flash away for Boom. Ulti's going to land. Redemption will keep the man alive, though, and the Bard will stay alive, making happy Bard noises, because his turret is alive, too.
All right, can they actually set up for a good Someday ultimate? Because that's still what I'm looking at from the side of 100 Thieves. Other than that, Golden Guardians have just been running the show. Damonte looking for picks. Actually, here we go. Olaf Turbo.
Cody flashes. It doesn't matter. It's an unstoppable Olaf. He's autoing. He's landing the spells. He is there as well. 2 more kills in for Closer. But now it's time for Someday on the back line. Trying to solo out FBI. Doing pretty well, but still 300 health left means there is no contest. Now, there's no Drake yet. The fight only means 2 kills and maybe some wards. Everyone else will stay alive, including that Drake for now. But it means the goal lead has stretched to 3,000 for Golden Guardians.
Yeah, even with Someday getting his ults on both of the carries of the back line, doesn't have the damage to finish it off. Can't pull through. Maybe if the extra gold had been spent instead of completing Morello's to upgrade to Sork Shoes to have the double spell penetration with just the orb plus the Sork Shoes, a little bit of damage extra squeezed out there. Regardless, though, don't get any of the kills on the Aftermath, and is, again, just another Golden Guardian chasing down the kills. Closer comes running at you with that Olaf ultimate, 177 CS, sped up. There's no way out for him. He just runs them down.
All right, well, now it's time for Cloud Soul. It's up in 10 seconds, and Someday will not have the slicing maelstrom for this one. Look at the other side, the Golden Guardians. Almost every single one is going to be up. Once again, the Olaf just charges in. This is the game you wished you had. Every time you play Olaf Karma, Golden Guardians showing how to do it. I'm going in, just support me, buddy, and it works out, no problem at all. The Paralegals doing their work as Closer takes one down again. 4K gold lead, plus there's the Cloud Soul. Even more move speed for the Olaf.
Yeah, it just feels so good as Olaf. You got your speed, your shield, and with your Athenes, Olaf heals so much as he gets in there. Damonte's 1v3 under the tower as well, and then Zoe pops right back, has to use his real flash, to be fair, so at least, did have to use a long cooldown there, but still able to get right back out.
Able to live. Good old summoner flash. Good old Zoe mechanics of using your actual summoner spells. That's difficult there, but well done. 4,000 gold lead, Cloud Soul on. Golden Guardians have completely retained control, and like their comp, they've got a front line. Set support's doing pretty well. Olaf's obviously ahead, 2 levels up over the Lee Sin right now. The shielding to take care of him. This is going to look pretty good. Even a conventional team fight probably looks solid for Golden Guardians.
Because it's so hard. Someday you want Someday's ultimate, obviously on the back line, so you can get your stuns and your big damage on the Zoe Aphelios. But he's also the only one with the Grievous Wounds right now, says he's got the Morello, so you also want him to tag the Olaf before getting the ultimate on the rest of the team to take away some of the healing sustain that he's getting out of Ardent Sensor from Karma coming in.
Wow, they chose to not go for that one. As to be fair, their mid, top, and their mid and top were nowhere near to be seen, but now maybe a plate, not going to find it just yet. Looks for the face breaker, won't find that one either, but There's still going to be some contest over the mid lane. Baron, of course, is alive and has been for 3.5 minutes. Golden Guardians ready to move back in. Someday clearing a scuttle on the bottom side, it looks like. And Lucky goes in top. That was
Alrighty, now you're facing just two so Cloud Soul off, which you already got with Baron. Oh, FBI.
FBI is going to be stunned if there's enough damage. He is going to be fine with Faye alive. Somebody for it to get away, running his own flash. As he was here again. Shocker. That is one of Someday. You see this build for Kennen. You build the Hexdrinker third. This is correct. FBI is making a good choice. Just don't go Phantom Dancer is all I'm asking for. Mid lane under fire. Let's see the siege.
All right, and now we got Someday caught. He's got no flash.
He's going to get punched in the face. He's getting a shield. The Aphelios ult going to land. Who he getting a bit low, and he will stay alive on the top side. Gets redemption heal for a little bit, but now the re-engage comes in. Leeson already dead. Shockwave gets nothing meaningful as it's time to chase on down. There's kill number 1. It's time for kill number 2. A double 4 closer, and Ryoma is on the way out. He's going to be hit. He's not going to be slowed. He will be sniped, though. And will there be enough of a chase down? Not enough move through to do so, but still 3 kills picked up unanswered. 100 Thieves can do nothing to stop the relentlessness that is Golden Guardians.
Golden Guardians will take the Baron, and then they will be in the demolition business. Time to destroy as many towers as you can in the duration. Over under Freak, 4 turrets.
4 turrets for the Baron
For Golden
buff?
Guardians with their Baron buff, over or under? How many do you think?
I'll go over. I think they'll get over 4 turrets because I can't pick exactly 4.
All right, well, we are going to take another look at how Someday got caught. Who he, with that Hex Flash you're mentioning, does pull him in. Exhausts do go down, and they get the disengage initially, but look at that. Closer, magical journey right into the middle, and this is Olaf. You pop your Cloud Soul ultimate extra speed. He left Poom for the rest of the team to clean up. He's like, I got better things to do. Chase it down Someday. Gets the double kill, and Ryoma's the only one left alive.
Yeah, I missed the who he chased down. The man ran fast, a 4 for 0. This game is absurdly out of control.
Yep, he's back at it again. Running towards Poom, trying to slow him down.
You know, we built this pregame about how FBI is so crucial to Golden Guardians. That man could be AFK, and they would win this game. As long as you can last hit minions, you were fine. Poom could buy. I know you tried your hardest. It doesn't matter. Closer now has 7 kills on the board. Very high kill participation here. Obviously, a very good kill streak. I don't think he'll reach the 12 that he got a few weeks ago, but certainly looking good here as it's time for bot lane to take some more damage. They started with 3 turrets. They picked up 1 so far. Waiting now as the Baron buff is about halfway over. Bit of poke coming through. Bot lane still under siege.
Yeah, it's so difficult for 100 Thieves because they don't have this setup for even trying to punish somebody who's out of position. Now you just have to continually dodge Zoe poke. You know, the bubbles, the Qs are coming over the wall.
He has found Ryoma. He has found himself a kill. Shockwave still cannot do anything meaningful at all. Closer's here to chase down Cody's son. What does Ashe do? She's built for crowd control, and he is immune to it, but he is in the fountain, and a kill does come through. 1 answered back, but the inhibitor's already gone. They've locked down Poom. They're ready to close the game out right now. They might get 4 turrets, but they might get a Nexus as well. Still a Baron on for a minute. 4 versus 2 inside the base. Turret kill number 3 comes in. Someday will try his damnedest, and it will not nearly be enough. I feel like Nexus counts as 2, Kobe. I feel like the spirit of being correct is with me. The turrets are going to fall. Contracts is stuck in the base with a sliver of health, and that is a fast one. That is under 29 minutes. A game win for Golden Guardian, staying 2 ahead of 100 Thieves.